Most people think cloves are harmless, just a spice, just something you throw into tea. That assumption can quietly hurt you. Cloves are not mild. They are one of the most biologically active spices you can consume. The compound eugenol doesn't just add flavor. It alters how your blood clots, how much acid your stomach produces, how your liver processes medications, and how your nervous system stimulates digestion. For some people, that power can help. For others, especially if you have certain hidden health conditions, it can make things worse without you ever realizing the cause. Today, I'm going to clearly explain who should avoid cloves and why. Stay with me, because the last condition is extremely common in people over 50 and almost no one connects it to that harmless clove in their evening tea. Stop. 99% of you watching are not subscribed. If you want the truth about what's really helping or harming your health, help us reach 100,000 subscribers by the end of this month. Your subscription and like make this mission possible. Thank you. Now let's begin. 1. Active stomach ulcers or severe gastritis. This is the most direct and dangerous interaction. Cloves are a potent stimulant of gastric secretions. They signal the stomach lining to produce more acid. If you have an active peptic ulcer, an open sore in the lining of your stomach or duodenum, or severe erosive gastritis, introducing a substance that increases acid production is the exact opposite of what you need. The increased acidity will bathe the raw, exposed nerve endings in a corrosive environment, intensifying the burning pain and, more importantly, actively delaying the healing process. This risk is magnified when cloves are consumed raw, chewed, or taken on an empty stomach, delivering a concentrated dose of eugenol directly to an already compromised lining. If you have a history of ulcers or currently suffer from gnawing stomach pain, cloves are not your friend. 2. Severe chronic acid reflux. The mechanism here is related but distinct. Gastroesophageal reflux disease is characterized by a weak lower esophageal sphincter, allowing stomach acid to wash back up into the delicate esophagus. Cloves, by stimulating increased gastric activity and acid production, essentially create more ammunition for reflux. For someone with mild occasional heartburn, a clove tea might be tolerable. But for those with diagnosed GERD, frequent regurgitation, or chronic throat irritation, the added acid load can significantly worsen symptoms. It can turn occasional discomfort into daily distress, increasing the frequency of heartburn and the potential for esophageal irritation. A quick reset. Now that we've covered the direct digestive risks, we move into a completely different arena, one involving your blood and cardiovascular system. 3. Concurrent use of blood-thinning medications, anticoagulants/antiplatelets. This is one of the most serious pharmacological interactions you need to be aware of. Eugenol, the primary active compound in cloves, possesses demonstrable antiplatelet and anticoagulant properties. It can inhibit the formation of blood clots. This is a beneficial effect for some, but if you are already taking prescription medications to thin your blood, such as warfarin, clopidogrel, or even a daily low-dose baby aspirin for heart protection, adding a regular source of cloves creates a compounding effect. Your medication dose is carefully calibrated to achieve a specific level of anticoagulation. Adding a natural substance with the same effect can push you into a danger zone, significantly increasing your risk of easy bruising, bleeding gums, nosebleeds, and in worst-case scenarios, internal bleeding. Even small, harmless daily amounts of clove tea or powder can incrementally shift your coagulation status. This is not a theoretical risk. It's a documented interaction. 4. Upcoming surgical or dental procedures. This is a direct extension of the previous warning. Because of their blood-thinning effects, Cloves should be strictly avoided in the 1 to 2 weeks leading up to any scheduled surgery, major dental extraction, or invasive procedure. Surgeons and anesthesiologists need your blood to clot normally to control bleeding during and after the operation. Introducing a variable like clove consumption that affects clotting is an unnecessary and potentially dangerous risk. Always inform your healthcare team about all supplements and herbs you take and follow their guidance on when to stop. This simple precaution can prevent significant surgical complications. Now, let's refocus on metabolic and systemic conditions. 5. Chronic low blood pressure, hypotension, or unstable blood pressure. Cloves, through eugenol and other compounds, have vasodilatory properties. They can help relax and widen blood vessels, which can lead to a modest decrease in blood pressure. For someone with hypertension, this might be a welcome side effect. However, for individuals who already struggle with chronically low blood pressure, readings consistently below 90/60, or who experience orthostatic hypotension, severe dizziness upon standing, this vasodilation can be problematic. It can exacerbate symptoms like lightheadedness, fatigue, weakness, and increase the risk of fainting, which is particularly dangerous for seniors, as it can lead to falls and fractures. If your blood pressure is already on the low side, cloves might push it into a symptomatic zone. 6. Pre-existing liver conditions. This is a nuanced warning that depends heavily on dose. In moderate food-like amounts, cloves are generally considered safe and may even offer some liver protective antioxidant effects. However, the situation changes with higher, more concentrated doses, such as clove extracts, essential oil, or even very high consumption of the ground spice. The liver is responsible for metabolizing eugenol. In high concentrations, this can overwhelm the liver's detoxification pathways, leading to oxidative stress and potential toxicity. If you have a pre-existing liver condition, such as advanced fatty liver disease, hepatitis, viral or alcoholic, cirrhosis, or any form of liver inflammation, your liver's reserve capacity is already compromised. Introducing a substance that requires significant metabolic processing can add stress to an already overworked organ. For these individuals, it is wise to avoid concentrated clove products and to use the whole spice only very occasionally and in tiny amounts, if at all, under a doctor's supervision. 7. Sensitive digestive system or irritable bowel syndrome. This is the condition most people never connect to cloves, and it's incredibly common, especially as we age. While cloves are often recommended for digestion, they are powerful stimulants. In individuals with a sensitive gut, particularly those with IBS, especially IBSD, the diarrhea predominant type, cloves can backfire spectacularly. Instead of soothing, they can overstimulate the already hypersensitive enteric nervous system. This can trigger a cascade of unwanted symptoms: intestinal cramping, urgency, loose stools or diarrhea, and significant bloating. The stimulating effect that helps a sluggish colon can be interpreted by a sensitive colon as an attack. If you notice that your gut reacts unpredictably to spices, or if you have a formal irritable bowel syndrome diagnosis, be extremely cautious with cloves. Starting with a tiny amount and observing your reaction is mandatory. Daily use for sensitive gut is almost always a mistake. The important message to carry forward: cloves are not inherently dangerous. They are a potent botanical tool. But their potency demands respect. The line between remedy and stressor is thin and depends entirely on the individual's health status. For those with the conditions listed above, cloves are not a harmless wellness aid. They are a substance with real potential to cause harm. How to use cloves safely. If you are in the clear, if none of these 7 conditions apply to you and you wish to use cloves, follow these principles of respect. Limit your dose to 1 to 2 whole cloves per day, not tablespoons of powder. Prefer whole cloves steeped in water or used in cooking over concentrated extracts or essential oils, which are too potent for casual use. Avoid daily, long-term use without breaks. Use them strategically for a few days, then take a few days off. This pulsing prevents any cumulative effects, and always listen to your body. Any new or worsening symptom is a signal to stop and reconsider. If you value honest, nuanced, and safety-focused information about natural remedies, information that helps you navigate the complex world of health with wisdom, not fear, then subscribe to this channel. Hit the like button to help this vital message reach others who need it. Now, I want to hear from you directly. Do you use cloves regularly? Yes or no? And after hearing this, do you have any of these conditions? Drop a comment. Your answer can start a conversation that helps someone else. Because the ultimate truth about natural health is this: natural does not mean harmless. It means powerful. And true wisdom lies in using power with knowledge, respect, and a clear understanding of your own unique body. That is the only path to lasting well-being.